This podcast is brought to you in part by Academy Travel at MickeyVacations.com. Academy Travel is the official travel sponsor of the Pirates and Princesses podcast, and we can't recommend them enough. Go to MickeyVacations.com/PNP. That's MickeyVacations.com/PNP to get started on your next Disney dream vacation today. And now on with the show. All right, everybody likes to eat at Walt Disney World, right? So we're going to talk about our favorite table service Disney restaurants on this week's episode of Pirates and Princesses. Stick around.
A pirate's life for me.
Oh, hello there. So glad you could come along.
I put a spell on you.
Grid is live. Initiate light cycle battle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Welcome to the Pirates and Princesses podcast.
We're a different kind of Disney podcast. We do it our way.
We talk about Disney parks, Disney movies, TV, video games.
Anything Disney.
I'm your host, Tom Pratt.
And I'm your other host, Cambria Pratt.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I am Tom Pratt, and I am joined by my lovely wife, Cambria Pratt.
That's me.
And she does exist, and we're here, and we're back.
I hope I exist.
And we're
I'm a figment of my own imagination.
You're a figment. Figments are good. So we are back after an extended hiatus, and the reasons for that are multifaceted. So part of the reason we're having issues right now with the sound, and we're going to explain what's been going on a little bit with Pirates and Princesses.
Okay, well, go ahead and explain that.
So we've
explain it to me too.
moved on up a little bit. We've actually started working on a website called the Kingdom Insider, and we've been doing newscasts on the Kingdom Insider. And part of the issue we've had with recording is we actually live on a very busy street.
Yes.
So if you hear trucks and junk in the background, that's...
we are getting a studio for that very soon, hopefully.
Right.
Fingers
so
crossed.
Hopefully within the next month, we will have dedicated recording space, both for Pirates and Princesses, the podcast, and for the Kingdom Insider newscasts.
And that'll make our life so much easier.
Yeah, because people don't realize, like, for me to edit these podcasts, to edit out all the truck noises and everything, it's insane.
So we can do more podcasts.
We can do more podcasts, because I won't have to spend 3 hours editing a 20-minute podcast.
If you want to see us, you can watch us on Wednesdays around noon to 1 on the Kingdom Insider on Facebook.
Yeah, go to Facebook, the Kingdom Insider. That is the blog that we've been working on for the last year or so, and it's really taken off. I mean, it's really
one of the fastest growing Disney blogs out there.
It is one of the fastest growing Disney blogs out there. So not that we're trying to toot our own horn or anything, but
it takes everybody else too. It's not just us.
It does. We've got some great people over there. Maybe our Pirates and Princesses people can meet our Kingdom Insider people, and we can all get together and talk Disney. It'll be a lot
make
of fun.
us like, split personality, because we do both.
We do both.
This is my Kingdom Insider personality. This is my Pirates and Princesses personality. Hopefully they get along and they don't fight each other.
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think we'll get like one big group of really cool Disney fans who are hungry and who want to eat.
At Disney.
They want to eat at Disney, right?
I see. I was confused for a moment, then I understood what you were doing, and I'm like, oh.
They're going to come after us and consume our flesh.
I was like, wait, they're hungry and they want to eat us?
Their brains.
I get it.
Sorry, you're not gonna find it
I get that segue now. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay on target here. So we're going to try doing a more topical podcast, I think, because the news and rumors, we're going to continue to do the news and rumors, but we also want to make sure that we have podcasts that you can listen to like 2 years from now.
Yes.
So
we don't date ourselves too much.
Yeah, we don't date ourselves. I don't date myself often because I've got you.
Wait, that could go really wrong really quick.
Anyway, Disney Magic, everybody. We're going to keep it magical, keep it clean. And we're going to talk about restaurants. So you did a story on the Kingdom Insider about your top 7.
It wasn't just me. It was like what we all like personally.
Right, but you ordered them in a certain order.
No, I didn't do it in order. If you read the article that I wrote,
read the article.
It says,
in no particular
here they are,
order.
in no particular order.
That's right, but they were actually in order in the article, so there was some... Okay, anyway.
But they weren't in order by preference.
Okay, so we're just gonna throw them out there, the different
And you can
restaurants.
add more if you think of other ones you like.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's got favorites. I mean, we've got it's kind of hard now because every time we go, we go as a family. We go for a week, and we usually get the dining plan. And with the standard dining plan, you get one table service per day. So now we've got so many favorite restaurants,
I know.
and not enough nights to.
Well, no,
eat
that's not the problem
there.
too. We want to try new things, but which one do you cut off to go try new things with?
Right.
And it's a problem because we have some what we really like.
You know what else is a problem?
What?
Getting really freaking fat from eating all the
I
food
know.
at Disney. That's why they have the runs. And no, that's why Disney does run Disney, running like jogging. We're not talking about the restaurants that will give you the runs. That's a whole nother list. I don't think Disney would appreciate
No.
that list.
No, he's talking about you need to go do the Run Disney events to burn off the calories.
from getting
eating-
really fat, eating all the
Even
delicious
though I have a
food.
story about food poisoning, but that was
Oh,
years.
God,
that
no.
was years ago. I was like a little kid, so
Okay.
it was a Disney sad incident from many years,
It
many
was a
moons ago.
magical- It was a magical
It
memory.
wasn't about very. Maybe at the end I'll share that
Do you remember
memory.
that one time we all got really sick at Disney?
I'll share that memory at the end. But
Oh, geez. Okay.
no, but seriously, there's so many places, and you're right. When the first couple times we went, we didn't have a dining plan, and we lost all kinds of weight. We're like, wow, this is great. We're losing all kinds of weight.
Because the food's so expensive, and we're walking all day. Look how
Well,
skinny
the
we
kids
are.
were little, so we could actually
Yeah, they
just get
weren't-
like
yeah, they
a
weren't
couple
eating very
things and
much.
share them because everybody's so small. And now we're like, we go down there and we eat. We come
Kids are
home
like,
10
I
pounds
want,
heavier.
I want the biggest burger, and I want the dessert. Well, that's the thing about dining
so I
plans.
can take 3 bites of it and not finish it.
Right. Well, that's what I do like about the change they made to the dining plan this year, where the dessert basically gets converted into a snack credit.
Yes.
Because frankly, the dining plan, there's way too much.
There
food,
is
too much dessert.
And
too
it's
much
nice
dessert.
because a lot of the snack credits count for breakfast. You can use them for like little quick grabby breakfast things.
Right.
So you got your breakfast covered too.
Yeah.
Or if you have a lot of extra at the end, you can cash them out for stuff. But we'll talk about that later. But let's focus. We have to focus.
Well, we're just
The
talking.
runs just threw you off.
The runs throw a lot of people off.
They do.
It just ruins your magical day.
So anyway, back on topic.
Okay, so which one do we want to talk about first?
I don't know. There's lots. Let's talk about, and of course, these are the ones we like. I'm sure there's a lot of really great places we haven't tried yet because we're so stuck on a few ones that we like.
Let's talk about the two major family favorites. So we
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay, we've got 2 restaurants that are like our must-dos just because the family loves these
Yes.
places and we go every time, like
Yes.
without fail.
And we got other people to go too.
Right, we did.
Yeah, I know we converted several people to these places.
Well,
so.
the Golden Grandmas in particular
Yes.
really like the Liberty Tree Tavern,
I love Liberty Tree.
which we actually held off on for quite a few years. We said, well, one of these days we'll get around.
I
to
kept
the
wanting to
Liberty
go.
Tree
I kept
Tavern.
wanting to go to that so badly.
Cam did want to go, and we kind of were like, well, it seems kind of like stuffy for the kids, and we weren't sure.
But it wasn't. It was amazing.
No, it's so good, and we
And
went.
it's such a pretty place
It
too.
is. It is. We have eaten there many times, and it's always a good meal. And they do change. Now they do change the fare.
It's seasonal. Some
It's
of it.
seasonal, and they have not had the one year they had that strawberry salad. And that
The
was
strawberry
amazing.
vinaigrette, and I
So
do not
good.
like vinaigrette, but I like that quite a bit.
I was like, just give me a big freaking bowl of this salad.
I know. I
Just
was like, I could
eat
eat a
the
couple
salad.
bowls of the salad and I'd call it a day. But we've gone to both lunch and dinner, and there's a difference. If you go at lunch, it's more like a menu where you could order different things.
Right.
And it was so great because where we sat at lunch, it was right there when those windows are. If you're coming from Liberty Square into Fantasyland, and if you're heading towards Fantasyland on your right, you see the really pretty windows and stuff there. That's actually part of Liberty Tree.
Yeah.
Is in there.
Yeah.
And you could watch people walk by, and it was really cool. But anyway, the decor inside's a lot like we're from Pennsylvania, so it's a very like colonial things you see here.
It actually reminds me of there's a place in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, which is very pretty kind of colonial town.
It is
It's called,
very pretty.
It's called the Country Cupboard, and it reminds me a lot of that restaurant because it's colonial. The servers are in colonial gear, and it's very popular. People come from like all over, from like New York to eat at this restaurant, but it reminds me a lot of that, like even the food and everything.
Yeah, and and they're really nice, and they are dressed like you said in colonial, and it's supposed to be like colonial New England, I believe. But okay, so at lunch, I'm getting off topic again. At lunch, you can order things like you have a menu, and you can choose what you want. At dinner, it's different. At dinner, it's family buffet style, so they bring the plates to the table and they put them out for you.
It's kind of like Thanksgiving dinner at Disney. I mean, that's one thing that's really cool. And now they do have different things. They'll switch out like ham for pork or something
Right,
like
or
that.
pot roast sometimes is changed out. Or
Right,
whatever.
but they almost always have turkey.
Yes.
And and you get your mashed potatoes and your corn.
Oh my
and,
gosh, your mashed potatoes.
And
Oh
mashed
my
potatoes
gosh.
are amazing. And it is. It's very much like, and I like it too because, really sort of, not to say that it takes you out of the park, but it does feel like a breather from the chaos going on around you in Magic Kingdom, because Magic Kingdom is very busy, very chaotic. And now granted, Liberty Tree can be very busy too,
It
but
is busy
it just
a
feels
lot,
like
actually.
it feels like a nice, like a family sit down dinner.
Something else I really like about it is when you come in, you sign in, they call your name and
They
they'll
do,
say,
they do.
like, the Pratts from Pennsylvania, or, the Smiths from, Massachusetts, or whatever, and they'll say your name, and it's really kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I will warn you, the food is very filling,
Yes.
and if you eat a lot in the Florida heat, it's not always a good thing.
Yeah, I would recommend if you're going in summer to probably go for lunch
Or
maybe.
early dinner.
Early dinner. Don't ride anything big if you're going to ride any roller coasters or anything. Don't.
Didn't Kyrie and I ride Splash Mountain right after because she insisted?
Yeah, but she didn't vomit all over the place.
No,
so.
I didn't either. It was a good day, but there wasn't no runs either, so it was okay.
Yeah, that's a win.
It's a win. That's it.
Anytime you can walk away from a restaurant and not have the runs.
You're doing good.
You're ahead of the game.
So that's one to check out. You got my parents in there.
They've never been there, and they've been to Disney many, 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 many times over the years. And I'm surprised you guys never went, because you went to a lot of these.
We did, mostly we did quick service.
Well, hoop-de-doo.
Well, yeah, I'll tell the story about the runs at the end, and that might be why my parents shy away from the table service now. I don't know, but you took them there, and they loved it. Mm-hmm. And then you got the Golden Grandmas twice.
The Golden Grandmas, right now. The Golden Grandmas, we were following them around in March. You might have seen, actually, we were out there in Disneyland last month, and we talked to Cindy a little bit. But
not you.
I talked to Cindy.
I lonely sat at home.
I know. I'm sorry. But they were in the Disneyland 60th anniversary commercial. And so we got to spend the week with them, and they loved Liberty Tree.
They went twice.
They went at the beginning
I would
of the
do
weekend.
it too, actually, if I could.
Yeah, and they were, I said, hey, do you guys like Thanksgiving dinner? And they're like, we love it. And it was very like East Coast.
Yeah, so
they don't have
we're
it in
used
Disneyland.
to this. I mean, this is like the food where we're at.
Right, this is like everyday, well, not everyday.
We don't always have turkey dinner, but we, a lot of the food's very similar. Even the lunch menu is very similar to what we have around here. So it's kind of nice to be in like home.
Yeah, if you're from the East Coast, if you're from Pennsylvania, New England, you'll feel right at home. It is
especially
like
the
having
decor
a nice,
and everything. It's very colonial.
Yeah, it does. Actually, it's like, and that's part of the reason we like it so much.
I think
it does
so.
feel like
but then that takes us to the other one, which is not Pennsylvanian.
No.
But it's amazingly good. I can't speak. It's so
It's
good I can't even speak.
Right across the pond, or in this case, right across, the lake or the waterways over in
World
Epcot,
Showcase, yeah.
in the World Showcase.
Is the Rose and Crown.
Rose and Crown pub.
Love the Rose and
Pub.
Crown.
Now, we actually didn't go. That was another one we didn't do right away because we're like, well, the kids, and it's a pub. Like,
Yeah, we have trouble. I'm sure a lot of people have trouble too. That what would their kids eat?
Right.
Because
Right.
kids are picky sometimes.
Yeah.
And our kids are no exception. And we had to find things that they would actually eat.
Yeah, and I mean, I can honestly say, like, I get burnt out on quick service because it's always like burgers, chicken nuggets, burgers, chicken, and it's always like the same thing. But
you go there and what do they order? Burgers.
Not always. Now, my son loves fish and chips, and
their quick service fish and chips are really good over there too.
Yeah. We used to always do that, so we figured, well, we'll actually try the restaurant
upgrade.
pub, and we upgraded, and I'm glad we did because I think Rose and Crown might be my favorite. Might be my all-time favorite. Disney
so far.
restaurant. So far.
I mean, we want to go to some other places. It's just that it's probably gonna be you and I, or when the kids are older, so they'll actually try more things.
Yeah.
There's several places we'd like to try, but we have to get them to eat it. But yeah, the Rose and Crown is amazing. The food is so good. I was going to do the article, and I'm like looking for pictures because we have pictures from other places. I don't have photos of it because the food's so good. We don't stop to take pictures.
It's like, oh my god, yeah. It's weird because usually we do. We're like, well, let's photograph this plate, and we've got like all kinds of like.
We'll have to do that next time.
And
make sure to take pictures.
But the food is amazing. The steaks are amazing. Fish and chips are amazing. The pub burger is one of my favorite burgers in all of Walt Disney World. It's it's incredible. It's good. I think Gordon Ramsay would approve of Rose and Crown.
I gotta tell you though, I think they took the Jaffa cakes off the menu.
I heard about that. They had these Jaffa cakes, which were really good, and I love them every time I go. I usually get the Jaffa cakes.
I don't see them on the menu now. Doesn't mean that they won't be. Maybe they're seasonal. I don't know. But I didn't see them on the menu when I looked when I was doing the article. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I'm a little.
They added some kind of candy bar, which sounds like the one at Sci-Fi, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So but it's really, really, really good. There's an outdoor dining room, and then there's indoor dining rooms, and they have the pub where you can go and get drinks. And
we don't take the kids to the pub. But everybody's having a good time. They're having a real good time at the pub.
Well, now that you know with the new meal plan you get alcohol.
Yes.
We can have a better time.
We will have a better time.
Crown. But yeah, so it's really good. Our kids love it, and you can get the steaks are amazing. You can get fish and chips with the steak.
Yes, if you're on the dining plan, actually, that is one of the best values in all of Walt Disney World. If you're on the dining plan, there's only one.
That is one.
One table credit.
One table credit.
You get a full-size steak and fish and dessert for one dining credit. It's like a $35 plate.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's one of the best values.
I mean, I still want to try. I hear La Cellier is really good, but it's 2 credits. We haven't been there yet.
We haven't been there, no.
But we got to.
I've heard mixed. I've heard some people said they swear by it, and other people are like, the steaks are no better than Rose and Crowns.
Well, the cheese. I guess they said the cheese soup's really good, but you can get that like
is that the same cheese soup
they
they
have
have
basically
at
the food
which
and
I've had,
and
and
stuff.
we dumped it all over the place.
Not on purpose.
No. Yeah, we did just walk up to like, we hate your soup, Canada. And just
no, it was an
on the
accident.
ground.
You should better clarify that. But you're just all kinds of things.
I know.
The runs and dumping their cheese
I did not
soup.
get the runs from the cheese soup. The cheese soup was actually very good.
It was very good.
The kids really enjoyed it after we got our second bowl because they dumped the first bowl of it.
I
But
forgot
it was,
about
it was
that.
really good. And yeah, so I approve of the cheese soup.
Okay.
If it's the same cheese soup.
So, what else are we going to talk about?
Okay, so that's 2 down. We got 5 to go. We've been
Well, I think there's
rambling
a couple more that we could add to the list
Okay.
that we didn't put in the top ones, but that are good. Let me think. Okay, one that is very controversial is Sci-Fi.
I was well, I'm not surprised because, okay, here's the thing: the Sci-Fi dine-in was so before. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible.
But it wasn't good. I mean, Hollywood, the food in Hollywood, let's be honest, is hit or miss. Hollywood is not, like, it's not Epcot. Like, Epcot's got all these wonderful
Epcot's amazing for food.
options, and Hollywood just really doesn't have a lot of good options.
They do. We just haven't sat through most of them. Like, there's the
No.
Brown Derby and all
The Brown
that.
Derby, yeah.
I wasn't impressed with the, what was one we went to? Oh, my mind went blank. The one we had the
Oh,
Halloween.
God, no.
What was that again? My mind's blank.
Minnie's
Yeah, but what was the
Halloween
restaurant
at
next to
Hollywood
the
and Vine.
Hollywood and Vine next to the 50th
People
Function.
call it Hollywood and Vile. Yeah, we'll do like worst restaurant. No, I will never go back to Hollywood and Vine. Sorry to anyone who
There was no runs though.
No, we didn't. I just was like,
Oh wait, Tristan did get sick.
he did. I think he had that squid
but
and
I don't.
pasta.
I don't think it was from that. Do you think it was from that?
Probably.
There wasn't enough
I
time.
don't know.
He's gonna hate us right now. Like, why are you telling people about that?
I don't know.
But I don't think there was enough time for him to get sick.
Yeah,
after that.
people call it Hollywood and Vile, and I mean, it wasn't. No, it was pretty bad.
Anyway.
It was pretty bad. Anyway.
Yeah, there's other places we just haven't tried.
So don't go there. Go to Sci-Fi. Now, they revamped their menu last year. I think it was over the summer, and I liked it.
It was good.
Really. Now, we haven't been there in years. I think the last time we went was actually like our first trip with the kids.
It was the very first
like
trip.
Years ago.
The picture is on the fridge. It's been there all these years.
And it was like, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. But we went last year to try out the new menu, and I was like, my God, this is good. This is really,
we didn't
really
go
good.
back again. In all fairness, because the kids were kind of freaked out by the when they were little. They were
Oh,
freaked
by
out
all
by
the trailers, and they had.
Because if you've never been there, it looks like a drive-in theater, and they run movie trailers and old, like vintagey, 50s,
right, and they
kitschy
had
sci-fi.
some monster movies, and Tristan
Someone
was
got like a
scared.
needle through him, and it was very fake, but it scared him. But he was also
Right.
like 5 or 6. I mean,
Yeah, and he was.
so, and plus, I think a lot of people don't like the way the seating is because you're actually like seated in a car with 2 seats in the front and 2 seats behind. Now there are some tables
Yeah, I
where
think
you
they
face
added
each
those.
other.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you can get tables where you're facing each other, and it's more like a table, regular table seating setting. I can't speak, but I like the cars because they're fun, and it is kind of dark. It is kind of dark in there.
Yeah, but
they have lights, but it's kind of dark.
I mean, I think they need to update the film because it's the same like hour-long commercials, and I imagine people who work there are just like, I am so sick of seeing the same.
Yeah.
But But it is fun. The food was really good. I was really impressed last time we went. I didn't expect to be.
I'm sorry, all I kept thinking was, I wonder if they dream in black and white now.
Oh,
But
jeez.
anyway, yeah, it was really good. And you got that key lime shake.
I got a key lime milkshake, which
Key lime
was
pie
a key lime pie milkshake, which was basically like a key lime pie chopped up and blended and put into a cup, and it was delicious. It was
You
really
loved
good. And I
it.
got the Southern burger, which had fried green tomato and bacon on it, and that was really good.
The
And
kids loved their
the
food. They ate
fries
all
came
of
in a little
it.
basket. Yeah, I mean, and then we didn't even have room for dessert. We got one anyway.
No, we
but-
did because we wanted to try it, but we shared it. It
Yeah.
happened a lot where we don't have room, so we get something to share. But before we went in, too, remember we had to wait, and they gave everybody popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Like you're sitting there waiting for your turn to go in, they gave everybody popcorn. It was really nice. But then we got the candy bar dessert.
Yeah.
And it was like their version of a candy bar, and it's really good.
It was really good. Everything was good, and I'm really surprised because you put that article out there on the Insider, and we got some feedback on Facebook, and people were like, "I hate the sci-fi."
Well, that wasn't the article I did. I shared someone did a story, another blog about how great the sci-fi was, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll share that because it's it's
Yeah.
sci-fi," and people did not.
But I
They
mean, I
didn't
can
all like
understand because the old menu was very like, yeah, it's a burger, yeah, it's okay. It was okay. It wasn't great. I think I got the Reuben there before, and Pennsylvania, we've got some really good Reubens. Even around here, over by Pittsburgh, we've got some really good Reubens. So for me, like anything less than that was kind of disappointing. And it was okay. It wasn't great, but the new menu was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. So that, and plus the atmosphere is just fun. It's just a
Yeah.
fun place to go. And then, no, I hear 50's Prime Time is pretty good too. We haven't done that one. Mostly because...
We don't want to be insulted.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just like, we have family members that have anxiety issues, and I think if they're constantly worried about someone coming
Being
over and screaming at them
insulted.
for not eating their vegetables, it won't go over very well. So, we avoid that one right now.
Yeah.
But, I hear good things about that one. Let me think, what else do we have on the list? I'm trying to remember.
We had beer guest on there.
Yeah, that's not, beer guest.
It could go either way.
Because it's table service for
Right.
dinner. But you still need a reservation, even if
Right.
you go for breakfast and lunch.
I think it's only on that list because of the braised pork,
braised pork's so
which is
good.
one of the best
It's like my favorite thing.
dishes in all of Disney World. I think the braised pork is.
The braised pork is
awesome.
amazing. Not a big fan of the gray stuff.
No,
Some people like it. I know my nephew loves it.
I'm actually, to be honest, I was really disappointed in the desserts. I expected, being
It was a
a
French.
pseudo French restaurant,
Mhm.
I expected better desserts, and the desserts I wasn't that impressed. I still think for dessert, like my favorite desserts come from the Sunshine Seasons in Epcot. I think they've got some of the best desserts on property.
Well, they have that new rose gold cupcake.
Yeah, they do.
So that just further proves your point.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good place. I mean, I love going there. I love going to the West Wing. And when you enter, if you haven't been there, you enter and you go through you're in the ballroom, which is beautiful, and the back window snows. I mean, it snows in the window, and it's amazing. And the ceiling's amazing, and everything about it's amazing. And if you go to the left, you head over to the West Wing, which is where I like to go. And it's really dark, but it's really cool. And the rose is in there.
Yeah, it's like eating in the Haunted Mansion almost.
Kind
It's-
of.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's like dark because it's supposed to be like Beast West Wing, and so he has this portrait tour, and there's like tattered like bedding and canopies, and the rose is there, and it's just really cool and really pretty, and I love eating there.
Yeah.
And then there's the rose room on the other side, and we don't really go over there very much.
No, we've never been there. I think I took. Now I did a trip last year with your parents in March, and I think I took them over there. We didn't sit there. We sat in the main ballroom, but.
West Wing's my favorite.
Yeah, we like the West Wing. We almost always eat the West Wing.
Yeah.
If we can. It's hard to get because there's not a lot of seating.
I'll wait for a seat
Yeah,
in the West Wing.
right?
It's like,
You
I'll
done
hold
yet?
my rose.
You done yet? You done yet? You done? You look like you're done. You're done.
I will hold my rose medallion to eat in the West Wing. Because what happens is when you order, you get this like little plastic rose thing, and you
Which
set it on your
works
table.
sometimes.
Yeah, no, I never
It
get
usually
in trouble.
works.
And you set your
Ordering
table, and they
is hit or miss.
ordering. Then you set your table, and they find you. And if you have reservations, you can order online ahead. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So we like that one a lot. I haven't done breakfast there.
No, I've
So-
heard it was pretty good though. I would like to try breakfast there sometime.
We should.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Now people are always freaking out, like trying to be our guest. I'm like, you know what? You can just get in line and go. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking table service at night, because it is at night is considered a table service credit because you get bigger
yeah,
portions.
you can at night, but for breakfast or lunch, you can wait in line.
Right, and people were kind of like, because when I took your parents in, there was like nobody there. you know, and everybody's like, you gotta get those reservations to be our guest. I'm like, I don't know, just walk
A
in.
lot of people say they have cancellations even that morning. If you
Yeah.
just keep watching, you can grab one.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you want to eat there and it's filled up with reservations, you can still get in.
Yeah, I think that maybe the novelty's kind of wearing off a little bit.
Yeah, they got new places opening.
Yeah.
So anyway, because it's like 23 minutes in and we're still
Jeez,
going on.
okay.
Okay, so how about the Garden Grill?
The Garden Grill's really good. Yeah, I think that's our new favorite character breakfast. Now, there are a lot of character breakfasts.
We've done several.
We've done, my God, we've done...
We'll talk about a couple. Those
pretty
are about
much...
it. No, we haven't done all of them.
Not all of them,
We've
but
done a lot of them.
close to it.
Yeah,
I
so-
mean, we have eaten a lot of character breakfasts.
But yeah, I like this one. I mean, it's really cool because if you're not familiar, it's in the land. The
Mm-hmm.
Garden Grill, like when you walk into the pavilion, and there's that restaurant on the top floor that's right across, from where when you come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can see it. That's
and it
where
rotates. It's really cool.
It is. It rotates.
You actually are inside the land in this restaurant in the round, and it rotates, and it's great going in the morning because nobody's there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to look down to the land, which is nice. You get to see inside the house.
Yes.
In the
I was
land,
going
which
to
is
say
really
that if
cool.
you're ever riding in the Living with the Land boat ride and you come through past all the waterfalls into the jungle and you look up, you can actually see the restaurant there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because you can look down in and then like you said, you actually go behind the house and you can see in, and there actually is bedrooms and
it's really
rooms
cool.
in the house. So you can see into that. And then how they do it is you sit down and they come to you.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to walk up around that. It's really a confusing and confined area.
Yeah, I don't think you want people, trying to get a buffet there. But yeah, the food, I mean, it's solid. It's your basic scrambled eggs and bacon and sausage and,
and
farm.
the cinnamon rolls and
The cinnamon rolls are amazing.
And the cast iron skillet.
Yeah, those were really
Those
good.
it's worth it just for those.
And they do the fresh made salsa made from.
Oh yes, our son loved that.
The salsa is actually made from vegetables grown in the land.
Yes.
And it was really good.
I love
was
it. It's one of my
was
favorites.
solid. It was solid food. Yeah, it's really cool because then when you're done, you can get and you can go hop on Soarin'.
That's what we did. We actually were done like 10, 15 minutes before the park opened. And we're like, well, we'll just go down there and wait because what else are we going to do?
Right.
And they actually opened the ride like 5-10 minutes early. And you guys walked right in and got in the first.
Yeah.
It was great because I don't really like Soarin' that much. After my last experience, what I discussed in the podcast before, I kind of avoid Soarin'. But you guys walked right in and no problems.
Yeah, we had no problems. It was great. Yeah, so food's really solid. I mean, we used to go to Tusker House. Used to be our.
Well, that's on the list too. Is Tusker
Okay.
House as well.
Well, should we just talk about Tusker House?
Yeah, and then I can mention other character
Okay,
ones.
we like Tusker House.
We do
So,
like Tusker House.
It's gotten
I
a lot
prefer-
busier.
I
It's
prefer
gotten
for-
a
it
lot-
has.
It's gotten a lot busier.
I prefer breakfast. I think it's because everybody's trying to get into breakfast or whatever to
Right.
go to Pandora.
Right.
If they can get in the park early. But I like breakfast better. We've done dinner too, and I like breakfast better. But you like dinner.
Yeah, dinner was good. Yeah, I like breakfast too. Actually, what I like about breakfast now, well, last time we went for breakfast, they actually had the curry chicken, which I love. It's sort of the tikka masala chicken on rice, and they have it at dinner. Well, now they have it at breakfast too. So I'm like, I'll eat that for breakfast, and then they have that really good bread pudding.
Yes.
Now we said about the Garden Grill not being too chaotic because you're sitting down, they bring the food to you.
Right.
That's the one negative for me for Tusker House is it's absolutely bonkers chaotic.
It is.
Because you've got all the characters coming table to table, you've got everybody getting up, everybody's got strollers, everybody's got cameras, everybody's got.
But they leave the strollers outside, Tom.
Well, they do, but
What is with you?
imaginary
hating
strollers.
on
I
strollers?
just had to get that in there. There's strollers. I smell them.
Strollers in the runs.
No, but the kids have the chair, whatever. There's like a lot of families with a lot of big bags.
It's like an obstacle course sometimes to get to the buffet and back,
And
depending on where you're staying.
Sometimes, I actually wish that they would have reservations available without the characters because I like the food and I don't hate the characters. But I sometimes don't want to sit there for an hour until all the characters
We've
come
actually
around.
got up out of restaurants before that have character dining if it was taking too long to wait for a character and
Right.
left, not that seeing all of them because frankly the only reason we go there isn't because the characters.
It's
We've
the
already
food.
we go there because we like the food.
We like
because-
the food, yeah. I mean,
but we got some good pictures of the kids there last time.
yeah, we did.
And at the Garden Grill with the Chippendale because they had some funny pictures with the.
Well,
kids.
I think it's easier. I think it's easier too for the Garden Grill because it's in the round. They can just
They just walk
the
to
circle.
you. Mhm.
Whereas at Tusker House, it's absolutely crazy.
My sister told me a funny story about the Garden Grill, though. She was there with her family in the December, and she looked into the restaurant, and this woman, and her husband, and the kids, and their grandpa, whatever, was sitting there, and they were all looking at their phones, and they weren't paying attention.
Aw.
And meanwhile, Chipper Dale was sitting right next to them, waiting for them to pay attention. And the woman looks up at my sister right then, and my sister looks at her and points like look behind you, and the woman turns around and sees them, and she's like, oh, and then she's like, thank you to my sister.
That's really sad though, isn't it? It's like people. I mean, Graham, we kind of get in that mode too because a lot of times we're going
We're
down.
just taking pictures of
We're-
food and stuff.
We're
like,
filming
hey.
stuff. We're filming we're taking pictures, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like that kind of stinks that you're just like you're here at Disney World and you're more concerned with your Instagram than your.
Well, I was gonna say some of these things like the Garden Grill. If you go to the Facebook page for the Kingdom Insider or for the Pirates and Princesses, there's videos of some of these places up on there. I know Tusker House is on there and the Garden Grill is on there.
Yeah, we've got-
and
yeah.
Beer Guest I think is on there. So we have some different ones on there you can check out. I think what else? We Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, that was really good. Planet Hollywood got a facelift last year. Now we only went the one time.
It's very loud.
It's
I'll warn
very
you.
loud.
It's very chaotic and it's very, very loud.
Yeah, so
But it's a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun. It's like a party atmosphere in there. It's family-friendly party atmosphere.
Yes.
A lot of movie memorabilia, a lot of movie stuff I did not expect to see. They had stuff from like Beetlejuice, and they had the original
Our daughter
X-wings.
loves Beetlejuice.
The table we got to see that they had the original X-wing from Star Wars, the models X-wing and TIE Fighter.
Right behind us.
I think Darth Vader's helmet or something. It was like ridiculous. It was like it's like just sitting right there. And but the food was really good. It's
It was really good.
Guy Fieri designed the menu for it since the relaunch. I think it was last year,
Last January.
last January, and it was good.
It was really good.
It was really good.
And one thing that was cool too, we were right by the edge. They have this giant screen that goes the whole way up the one wall, and we were right by it. I mean, like by the edge, and they have stuff, and people can sing along.
Right,
and they have
right.
the words. And however, my kids don't like the animated characters; think they're cheesy.
No, that's the only complaint. Now I don't know. We haven't been back there since last year. But they've got these, they've got music videos and they've got sing-alongs, all stuff. But then they've got these like doofy, like 90s, like BK Kids Club type characters bouncing, like bad CGI, and they're just sort of like bouncing around on the screen. Like even if they had Disney characters or something, it would be preferable to whatever they were trying to do. And I'm like, I think they're trying to keep the kids interested, but I'm like, kids being interested, just throw some 80s videos up or throw some Frozen up or whatever. We had everybody singing Let It Go.
They did Frozen, and the whole place went crazy.
Whole place, like three
It was-
floors singing Let It
It
Go.
was funny. We were all singing top of our lungs. It's very loud. If you're a person or you have a child that is sensitive to noise,
Yeah.
I don't recommend going
No.
there. But because it's very loud, but it's very fun, and it was being a lot of fun. And
had a lot of fun.
a couple of my relatives, our relatives, had been there for another event, and they met us down there just to go to Planet Hollywood with us.
Yeah.
And we had
Yeah,
a
we did
blast.
we had a lot of fun.
We had a really
It was
good time.
fun.
I was glad they could come. So let me think. What else? Is there any other ones we could think of? I can't remember.
Well, I know the two that never fail or Liberty Tree.
Yeah, I
and
think
Roosevelt.
as long as we keep those
And then
two,
we have
can
like a
rotate other
rotating
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other places we've been that have been good, like for Princess Breakfast, we've done the Cinderella's Royal Table, and we did it for breakfast. It was very, very good.
It was good.
It was good. It was. Remember, you had that stuff.
I had
that stuffed French
stuffed
toast.
French toast.
And
Now,
it
this
was-
is a number of years ago. We haven't
It was
done it in a while.
crazy good, but it's very expensive, and it's 2 table credits, I believe, for table service credits for that.
Yeah, and it's
So
also
keep that in
very
mind.
chaotic because they sort of like, I mean, now we went during like peak season,
Yeah.
but they were sort of like shoving families through as fast as they could, and they were like, just hurry up and eat already. We got like 19 people waiting for your table.
Yeah, and then we did Akershus too, and
Akershus is good. We used to
I
do that
like
one
that
all the
one
time.
quite a bit. I think it's because it's not our son's like thing to do because
Right.
it's princesses, and I think our daughter's getting older now too and stuff. But it's fun, and I don't know. I don't really care for the food as much there because it's more like Norwegian things like fish and stuff.
I made the mistake of eating the fish, and I'm gonna mangle
no
this.
runs.
I didn't, but everybody's like, oh, in Norway they like their lye dipped fish for breakfast, and I guess it's actually prepared somehow with lye, and I forget what it's called. I can't even pronounce it. It's like Gerfurfignugan or something. I don't know what
Wait.
it's called. But I had some because I'm like, I can't go to a Norwegian restaurant and
He likes to try new
not try
things.
this, and I
He
was
likes
like,
to risk the runs.
I was like, oh, never again.
Yeah.
I'm never eating fish for breakfast again.
I just don't think there's as many choices. Now, I will say, if you're there for more for the character interaction, I think you get a much better interaction with the princesses.
Yeah,
there.
you do get more one because when we did the royal table, it was sort of like they'd stop by, say hi, and leave. This one they do the processional.
Yes,
and,
you come in and get a picture of Belle. It's really nice. If you want to go to a princess one, I'd recommend that one. I mean, if you're there more for the character interaction, and plus you're right there by Frozen. Just saying, if you get to the park early, you might be able to get to Frozen early. You don't need a fast pass then. I mean, I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, we now a little bit of a disappointment. We used to do Crystal Palace, and I took your parents to Crystal Palace last year, and we hadn't been there in a number of years. And I didn't like it.
No, I didn't really like it the first time either.
It was like, ugh. Not one of my favorites.
No, we've done it, and when we did, everybody talks about Ohana and how great
I was disappointed.
Ohana. First of all, it's really hard to find, as we learned.
If you're not seeing it Polynesian,
it's a little difficult.
Frankly, it's not worth going to if you're not seeing it Polynesian.
That was a nightmare.
And we waited for 2 hours to.
Yeah, because we missed our reservation because it wasn't our fault. It was because of the transportation.
Yeah, it was a long story.
But we missed our reservation, so because we missed our reservation, we had to wait longer, and it took all morning.
And it was chaos. And honestly, I wasn't impressed at all.
I wasn't either.
It was okay.
It wasn't. I didn't see what everybody was so excited about.
They got excited about the Hawaiian bread, but I'm sorry, the bread was not nearly as good as the sticky buns from Garden Grill.
Yeah.
Garden Grill was vastly superior.
Some people swear by it. A lot of people like
because they like Stitch.
Right.
That's what the whole thing
is.
is.
I love Stitch too. I mean, I'm a huge Stitch fan. But and it was cute. Our daughter still loves it to this day. She thinks that's the best thing ever still. But it was such a hassle. And that's something I'm going to tell you too. If you have reservations and you're taking Disney transportation, figure that in when add lots of extra time to get there. So, I mean, because you're gonna be late if you don't.
Yeah.
We found that out a couple times.
Do we have any quick service places we want to?
We'll do another one on quick service.
Yeah, we'll do another on quick
service. Should I tell my run story?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so many years ago, back when it was before it was Cinderella's Royal Table and it was King Stephens, whatever you say it. My parents saved up a bunch of money and we decided we were gonna go there. So I don't know how old I was. I was probably 11 or 12 or something like that. So a long time ago. And or maybe not so long ago, I guess I should say. But
it's only 10 years ago.
I was I guess it wasn't that long ago. But so we went there, and my brother, he always orders off the kids. He always would order the kids menu for years because he would only eat certain things. He was very picky. So he ordered off the children's menu, and the rest of us all ordered steak or swordfish. And I guess my parents saved money for this because they were so excited to go, and it was nice. And it was okay until we left the restaurant. And we made it. We were going to go on to back where they had 20,000 Leagues.
Yeah.
So that tells you again how long ago this was, to do the math. And we all got extremely ill. Thankfully, it hit before we got on 20,000 Leagues. Because I would hate to see what 20,000 Leagues would look like had we gone 20,000 Leagues.
Yeah, you don't want to have the runs in a submarine.
No. So we all were running for the bathroom. I don't know if anybody threw up or not. We all had the runs. Except for my brother. My brother was completely fine.
Because
he ate off the kids' menu.
That's
the only time I've ever gotten food poisoning at Walt Disney World. And that was many years ago.
Yeah, it was
so
many years ago.
You're okay
so
now.
You're safe. Cinderella's Royal Table safe.
I'm thinking now if you get the runs, it's more likely because you're eating too much food and it's really hot, and then you're just I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, it's one thing about going in the summer. If you're paying out of pocket for food, you're probably going to save money because you don't really want to eat that much.
We always have so much left over, which
Yeah.
at the end, if you have a dining plan, you can cash it all out for snack credits, and you can just buy a bunch of snacks and take with you.
Yeah.
So we end up always cashing out a whole bunch of snacks.
Usually, because a lot of times we'll skip. Or we'll split meals because there's just so much food.
Yeah.
Now. When I went to Disneyland last month, I was paying out of pocket for stuff. I didn't really eat that much because I'm normally you're too busy. You're not really eating. And
plus, you were sad and lonely.
No,
That's right? You were sad and lonely, right?
I was
not that I want your trip to be bad, but
no, but I was. But I really didn't. And I know the times we've gone before where we didn't have the dining plan, we didn't eat nearly as
the
much.
real question is, did you get the runs?
No.
So there you go. Disneyland's safe as well.
Yeah, Disneyland's safe too. So it's all good. Yeah, I guess that wraps up. Now, I'm sure everybody's got opinions as to what they're.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of places we haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
So if you have some great recommendations, please share them because we'd like to try new things if we can pry the kids away from their favorites.
Yeah, well, that's a problem because, like I said, we've only got so many days and so many credits, and I am excited about the new Caribbean Beach area. We have a new restaurant. That sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. When is that opening?
Sometime this summer.
I think it's this summer.
Yeah, I think it's this summer.
So. I'm sure we'll be down there at some point.
Yeah.
I know sometime next month we're supposedly going down. We are for sure in the beginning of March. And then I know April we're probably going down and do something with the run. Disney, not
Disney
the runs.
Run. Right.
We're doing
right. We're talking we might do a meetup for that.
Yeah, for the Kingdom Insider and stuff. So we're not 100% sure. We'll let you know when we get exact dates on that. So if you see us, you can come say hi.
Yeah.
You'll know what we look like if you go to the Kingdom Insider.
Just find the sweating guy.
Wait, on the Kingdom Insider?
No, yeah, I'm like sweating profusely on camera.
I love you, babe, but I'm sure there's a lot of people sweating at the thing. So people are gonna run. Hey, are you Tom?
Yeah.
You said look for the sweaty guy.
big sweaty guy trying to run. Look at me.
For the guy with the sweaty guy with the runs.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this one up, and we're gonna try to be a little more regular. we have, but we just really a lot of it was just getting the Insider up and running, and finding a place to record. And even now we're like in our house, but there are cars going by.
We waited till later to try to avoid that.
Yeah, but
hopefully we'll get us.
We've got a dedicated recording space that they're getting ready for us. And
so hopefully, and then we're hopefully gonna try to do like 2 a week on the podcast. So one that's more of a news and one that's more of a like this where we tell embarrassing stories and Tom makes poop jokes.
Okay.
So it's gonna be great.
We're gonna take we could probably even take some suggestions for topics. If you guys want to hear, piratespodcast@gmail.com. That's piratespodcast@gmail.com. If you've got a suggestion for a show topic you want us to talk about,
you want to tell Tom to stop talking about poop?
Best bathrooms in Disney World.
Well, Rapunzel, you can go get your picture taken with the Rapunzel bathroom. But you can follow us on Facebook on Pirates and Princesses. And you can follow us on the Kingdom Insider.
Yes.
And the podcast is sponsored by
Academy Travel.
That's what we always use.
MickeyVacations.com. They're having some really, really good deals right now. So definitely
there are some really
go
good
there
deals.
And tell them that Tom and Cam from Pirates and Princesses sent you. And
or from the Kingdom Insider because they know us either way.
Tom and
we're
Cam
still the same people either way.
Yeah, are we?
I hope so. I'm wearing my underwear.
But they're having some really record scratch. But anyway, so they're having some really good deals right now, trying to get some people into Disney World before I think Star Wars. So,
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, so.
I think this year, they're trying to get as many people in as possible because next year we're gonna have the Star Wars opening, and then it's gonna be
absolute chaos. So if you want to go and you're not a huge Star Wars fan, I think this is probably the time to go because this is 2018. Because after next year, it will never be the same.
It's gonna get really busy really quickly.
Yep.
So so is that everything?
That's it. We're done. We're out of here.
We're done. We're gone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Pirates and Princesses is a production of Clownfish Studios. We are an unofficial Disney podcast, not endorsed or affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. You can visit us on the web at piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net. You can shoot us an email at piratespodcast@gmail.com. That's piratespodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.